I want to talk about limerence. I am definitely guilty of exhibiting limerence in relationships. This is what it is. It's basically an obsession with a person. It can be with a friend or a family member or a child, but in my case, it's with a romantic partner. I am totally guilty of doing this. I will obsess about a romantic partner, and I know that sounds scary and it sounds dangerous. It's not. It's a mental obsession, an intellectual obsession. Often, the object of my limerence, of my obsession, doesn't even know I'm obsessing about them, but it's continually thinking about them. And here is where it becomes nefarious. It is a fantasizing of a person. It is a fantasizing of a relationship with a person and what they are or who they can be in your life, what your relationship can look like. In my last relationship, it was very clear from the beginning of the relationship that he was not fully invested in it. He was not emotionally available at the level that I needed and wanted. And I ignored those red flags, jumped full bore into the relationship. And despite the rockiness of the relationship the entire 12 months and the mistreatment, honestly, and the unhappiness that I was feeling, I still stayed in the relationship. And it's not because I have low self esteem. It's not because I don't believe that I deserve better. It's because I suffer from limerence. As a child, I grew up in a home where I didn't get a lot of emotional support, and I was a very sensitive child. I got my feelings hurt a lot. I was the oldest of five. There wasn't a lot of time and attention to be given to me, and so I dealt with a lot of my hard emotions by myself. I'm a writer, and as a child, I would write these books. I would write fiction books about people. Often I was the heroine, but I would give her a different name. And it was a fantasy. I created fantasy worlds around myself. I still do that as an adult. I will find somebody that has some things that I like, but a lot of things I don't. And because of limerence, because of my ability to fantasize about them and to create a narrative that is not true, and to blow up the small things that they do that I like and ignore the large things that I hate, I can create this fantastical version of them and of the relationship. Like so many things, it comes from a place of trauma. It comes from being a little girl that what didn't have her needs met. It was a survival mechanism, honestly. I'm seeing now that that's not his fault. He should have treated me better. But people do the best that they can do. People are where they are at in life, and we need to accept that they are where they are and that they're not able to meet our needs. And then we need to move on from them and release them. What I did was I focused on him, I fantasized about him, and I created an alternate reality in my mind, and then I held him to those standards. Impossible to meet and frustrating for both of us. Limerence is a sign of trauma. It's not your fault, but power lies in recognizing it.